वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह. Brothers and sisters, today on this fine day, we are here at the Gurdwara Guru Hargobind Sahib in Greenwood to celebrate, to remember Guru Granth Sahib, which is the eternal living Guru of the Sikh nation. We are fortunate that today the mayor of this city and other officials, our honorable guests, are here to participate in this Nagar Kirtan. Sikhism, which was born 556 years ago in the land of Nankana Sahib, founder of Sikhism, Guru Nanak Sahib was born. That was the time when the whole of the subcontinent was in a situation of strife. Different schools of thought were fighting with each other, subordinating others. And Guru Nanak's message was of love, harmony, coexistence, believing in one God and service to the humankind. Today, in this year, 2024, when we are passing through a critical phase, over 8 billion people on this planet, we are seeing what is happening in Ukraine, we are seeing what is happening in Gaza, and uncertainties hanging over our heads. In the past years, the whole of humankind has gone through COVID-19, that such a viral disease that everybody was in fear. And during this time, if we have to see that how Sikhs from that land of Punjab have spread over more than 100 years, more than over 100 countries in the world, that Sikhs were in the service of humankind. It was COVID-19, it may be floods anywhere, it was the disaster in Haiti or the forest fires in Australia. Sikhs were in the forefront in the service of humankind. As the very essence of Sikhism, the very quintessential element of Sikhism is service to humanity, standing for the values of truth, justice and liberty. We are fortunate that Sikhs came to this great country in the ending part of 19th century. From British Columbia they came to California, and today there are over 1 million Sikhs in whole of United States. We are fortunate that the founding fathers of this country, the values on which the foundations of this nation has been laid, are the essential, quintessential values of Sikhism, where coexistence, love, freedom, standing for justice is the core of Sikhism. We are fortunate that in spite of what the Sikh nation is going through today, in the later months or the last year, we have heard one word, transnational repression. And I want to remind my respectable honorable guests here that in spite of our humanitarian approach, in spite of our values of truth and justice, today the system in India, which is following in the footsteps of Nazi Germany, it may be a democracy. Most of an average American thinks we are a great democracy and India is the largest democracy. But fact of the matter is, in the name of democracy today, those very values which were of the Nazi party, one nation, one race, one people, one leader, in India also in the name of democracy, they are pursuing the same policy. The minorities in India, it may be Christians in the northeast of India, Manipur, Nagaland, other states, it may be Muslims in the state of Kashmir and other parts of India, and Sikhs in Punjab, they are suffering from that kind of persecution. If hundreds of thousands of Sikhs have left India to settle in this country so that they may have the freedom of expression, we are seeing that those very transnational repression acts that happened in Canada on June 18, 2023, Hardeep Singh Nijjar's cold-blooded murder happened here. And in New York, from where I come, there is a case in the district courts filed by US Justice Department that how one Nikhil Gupta, who was the handpicked man of the Indian agencies, tried to do a transnational repression act in New York by trying to kill an American citizen. Today, over a dozen Sikh activists in this country, they are under threat. Duty to war notice has been given to them for the value that we stand on this land, talking about freedom, talking about justice, talking for justice for everybody in the subcontinent. So Guru Granth Sahib, our scripture that reminds us that no matter how tough is the walk, no matter how much hardness we may face, but eventually God is the judge. We believe in this concept, as the founder of Guru Nanak Sahib said, "Jato prem khilan ka chao, sir tartali gali mori aao, it marg pair tarije, sir dije, kaan na kije." If you want to play the game of love, love with the Almighty, love with the God, then have your head on your palm, and whoever enters this path will sacrifice his life, but won't deter from the values of truth and justice. On one hand, I want to congratulate the whole of the Sangat of this city, this state on this auspicious day, but at the same time, we expect from our lawmakers, opinion makers, decision makers. Already there are 2 legislations in US Congress and US Senate on transnational repression. We believe that here the very system is standing with the Sikhs. We don't believe in violence, we don't believe in terrorism, we don't believe in injustice, but we want that if a country like India violates the sovereignty of this country, violates the international law, he shouldn't be off the hook. He should be paid for this nefarious activity which they are trying to bring on this land. Thank you very much. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.